Hey guys, welcome back to some more AFK Arena. Today we're over on the test account and I'm going to be checking out Jerome. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to be here to really test him out, see what he looks like. So I want to try him in the Arena of Trials. Now, a lot of players have said he is going straight meta. Now, again, I don't know personally because I have not tried him out, but a lot of players over on Discord, over on Reddit and everything, which looking at his skills and abilities, I don't see how he is not going to be meta right off the bat, just because even though he is a warrior, I want you to think more of like a Warwick kind of role. So even when we looked in there, Warwick is a really, really big buffer that most players are using as the buffing aspect, which is what we've seen. So I'm going to run through here and we're looking at about 150 level deficiencies. Again, I know a lot of game modes, you run the same levels, but looking in campaign, looking at formations, I just want to run through here. I'm not going to mess with the artifacts because I never do. And I just want to see kind of how he works, I guess. So right there, guys, it looks like he does have a pretty big aura up here, which again, based on his ability and based on the buffs. Now, the thing to remember with him and him specifically is he really doesn't have many skills that do damage. That's kind of the part that I wanted to look at, is seeing kind of where his damage comes in. See, even there, guys, even though they made him a warrior, look at Ivan's damage, 5.77 million. Even looking at Zorath, he's coming in significantly lower, which is kind of funny because I laugh because I think, why did they make him a warrior when, I guess because they didn't want another support hero. But overall, even stacking up, because remember, he just has that fourth skill that is damage aspect. I don't even think he's going to do next to nothing. Next to nothing is damage. But again, you can see the SP effect right there is up, which I like the ability or the changes that they did to this, guys. But definitely looking at the SP effect right there, I like how they kind of marked it. And I thought they were going to break it down a little bit different with how we'd see the damage. But again, he's a buffer. I mean, that is really it. I wonder if we can even run less heroes in here and see what he can do. Again, just kind of as that buffing aspect, guys. I don't think he's going to do anything. I think as far as the buffs, yeah, damage-wise, he is negligible in its entirety. I also want to check over on the Curse Realm, check out the Nightmare Corridor, see exactly if we're seeing him somewhere, if we're seeing him in a couple of formations. And you know what? Let's run Liberta in here. Boom, we got a delay, which means, of course, he has a pretty decent damage mitigation in there. Liberta is just going to do a ton of damage. Same with Leica. We do see both of them. Look at that, 65, 37, but 75. Liberta overall, guys, that's why so many players have been running Liberta. The damage amplification, the damage aspect that we're seeing out of a non-awakened hero is kind of crazy. Honestly, it's kind of crazy. Now, this is one of my ideal formations. Just thinking, remember, Jerome with Light Bearers amplifies the damage much, much faster, 190 million right there. But of course, the damage amplification with him, look at that, 6 million healing. Pretty decent overall with the healing. So it goes through there pretty quick. Let's add some more levels on here. And I know with him, the other thing is, like, this game mode specifically, it's very, I mean, near impossible to test, just for the simple fact of the build, the design of the heroes themselves. This is incredibly hard to test by any means. But his normal attack, and I don't like that he goes front line. It just reminds me, and again, 187, 189. But look at him, guys. 2 million. Decent healing. I mean, almost 15 million healing. But again, it just seemed the warrior spec. And I also wonder, like, even in that role, I think Warwick would do more damage. I honestly think that Warwick would do a lot more damage in the role that we're kind of running him for, which again is kind of an interesting aspect. And even here, looking at Naruko, does incredibly well. We still get it down. So we are still taken down, but let's see, guys. Or even there. So Warwick died really early, but I mean, the damage is negligible in its entirety. And I thought there'd be a little bit more healing here. Look at Naruko. 170 million healing, 9 million healing right there. Just shows you the power, the honest power that we see with Naruko in these formations. Let's see. So he's even going to get pushed back right there. There, of course, the aura. We have Matria inside there. Crowd control on top of crowd control, guys. Nissan Rook, still a very, very strong hero. But Matria was dead most of the time. 203, look at Kanisan Root, guys. Just crushing the damage in there. And again, the buffing aspect, which makes me wonder, guys, let's hop out of here. Let's see what we can do over here if he is used in some of these formations. And again, this is kind of the telltale sign if a hero is going to be used or not. When you look through the leaderboards, where are we already seeing these heroes at? Let's just go ahead and follow. Let's see, this formation, we still have Baden again, which we normally have. So this formation remains the same. We have Belinda in there. We have the original version of Taylene. Again, Orthos Taylene combination still works incredibly well. SP right there, which again, I'm not seeing him in here yet. SP effect there. And the last one might be hidden, but no. So we're not seeing him used in there. Let's run through just one or two more formations. Seeing, unless I'm missing him, which no, that is still running Edwin in there. I'm just wondering if we're seeing, even Genius is still in there, guys, if we're seeing any of these breakout groups, which he is not being used in there, guys. Let's look at the Nightmare Corridor. Might have spoke too soon on him with the utility in here. We still got Genius in there. There's the SP. There we go. So he is in there. Kind of interesting because we're seeing him run, as you can see right there. We have Rosaline in there and we have Rain with him, which means, again, that 30% buff is going to go up on Rosaline and it's going to go up on Rain. So, and then, of course, Rosaline is going to filter the abilities into the SP Leica right there. That's kind of an interesting combination. I wonder if you could run that same combination with the awakened version of Belinda in there. Let's see if they have him. He's in here. Again, pretty interesting. And that was kind of my thought. Even looking at this is running him together again with the light bearers. So with Belinda, with the awakened version of Thane, as we see right here, guys. And that's considerably more. So 5.33 in there. 4.99. So again, little variation, little change in the formation right there. Definitely doing a significant amount of damage right there because we're picking up the buffs from Jerome. So he, again, I think there's going to be quite a few formations that he's going to be used in. Lightbearer Tower, 100%, guys. We're going to see him, of course, worked right into Lightbearer Tower. And here, they're not even running him in that formation. But are they using him anywhere else? Because remember, over here, we did get the Trio version, and they are not. So again, some of the best in slot teams, we're still not seeing them. I mean, you're going to the third here, and they're not using him. Might be a decision to kind of hold on building him to see exactly where he is going to be used. Because, of course, guys, this ultimate skill, he provides a dispel, which is pretty good. The heal in there, the damage reduction, okay, pretty good. And then, of course, the tenacity, which could have a factor, could not have a factor in there. But overall, the ultimate, not really too sold on. Now, this one, of course, is the big one. So if he's providing these buffs up onto a bunch of different heroes, that is the reason we are seeing this. And the big thing right here, guys, is as you can see in the middle, when Lightbearer heroes fight alongside Jerome, the buff values are increased by 30%. Jerome is immune to control when evaluating other heroes. So again, similar to what we see with Alero, is he's immune to control effects when he's doing this. But if he's bringing in the attack rating, the physical pierce, the crit damage amplification, then you're getting the 30% buff for the Lightbearer heroes. It seems like that is going to be the place, guys. Then, of course, this is the only one that we have is this storm zone that he's putting up. But again, this is the only damage dealing effect that he has, which doesn't seem to have any factor whatsoever. Very, very sad to see him as a warrior. But again, he is just a buffer in formations. All right, guys. So that'll do it for today's video. Unfortunately, really looking at the arena, not too much you can see in there short of just the damage amplification factor that we see with the light bearers. So let me know in the comments what you guys think. And as always, thank you guys for watching.